Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. It is Friday, May 13th. Friday the 13th. It used to be one of my luckiest days. It's a long story, but I had some of my best days on Friday the 13th. I don't believe in superstition. Excuse me. Some water. I wanted to jump in here because I've been having a few thoughts about our goals and how we see them and what stops us from reaching our goals, even though we set our goals, maybe. And if you don't set goals, you might want to consider doing that because actually it's very, very useful toward going to where you want to go. I mean, if you don't know where you're going, you're not going to get there because there's nowhere to go. Just like when you're going on vacation. Where are you going on vacation? I don't know. I'm just going to go somewhere. Where are you going to wind up? Probably no place great, no place fun. Maybe you will, but what are the chances? But here's the thing I've been thinking about. When we were kids, you guys are going to think this is crazy, but when we were kids, we used to play around with something. And I'll just show you what it is: a magnifying glass. How many of us had a magnifying glass when we were kids? I don't know about you younger folks, but when we were growing up, we all had a magnifying glass. And I don't want to tell you what we did. It wasn't nice. It was cruel sometimes. I'll say we tried to burn leaves. I'll leave it at that. But the thing is, when you held it to the sun and at the right angle, the energy from the sun would be concentrated into a very fine point. That's one. So you could take this magnifying glass and focus energy on one point. That should be your goals. That's one of the angles that I was thinking about. When we use this to focus, we can send the energy to one place. So if you took this and you said, all right, there's my goal, and you could actually focus all your energy on that goal. Then there's the magnification part. And anybody who's ever used one knows that the closer you get to an object with the magnifying glass, okay, I'll do it this way. The closer you get to an object with a magnifying glass, yes, that is my toothpick, the larger and clearer it gets. But the further away you get, when you hold it up out here, look what happens. When you keep it away from you, what you see gets jumbled and is upside down and is confusing. So really, the idea of magnifying your goal is to get close to them, to embrace them, to be as close to what you desire as you possibly can be. And that takes some thought. That's where you really, because here's the thing, most of us, when we set our goals, we make them monetary or material. And that's not necessarily always the best tack to take, because if you're just looking for money, what are you going to do with that money when you get it? What purpose will it serve? And the whole idea behind creating wealth is so that you can grow and help other people. It's kind of a weird thing to say, but it's true. I read an article the other day about a certain retailer that's nationwide and very large. I'll say it that way. I'm not going to name the name. But the founder had a clear vision of what he wanted for the company and how he wanted to treat his employees. And unfortunately, the founder died a few years back, and the money was divided up among the family. And the mission isn't the same anymore. And that's hurt them when it came to their employees. The founder built his company on taking care of his employees and offering inexpensive prices. Now it's just about cheap products. And that's a shame because now the employees aren't happy. So he's not taking care of what he really needs to take care of, which is the people who are helping his customers. So the vision there was lost. They took the magnifying glass and they held it far away and they said, oh, no, we don't want to do that. We want to make more money. There's nothing wrong with making more money. It's just a matter of why you want to make more money. What's the purpose behind it? And if you don't have a clear purpose, it's like holding this thing out here. You're just not going to see anything clearly. You're going to see all upside down, jumbled backwards, whatever. So this has to be close. Your magnifying glass for your goals, your vision, and your purpose has to be held close to your eye and to the object. You can't just sit back and say, well, yeah, I think maybe I'll do that. Or I would like to have that much. Or if I had this kind of money. And then the other thing is, when you take this magnifying glass and you start looking at other people and what they're doing and how much money they make and how many things they have. Because what happens then is you start living either comparative reality or you desire what they have. And I have bad news for you. Unless they sell you their house, you can't have their house. Unless you could buy the same car as them, but it'll never be exactly the same because they'll probably have features that you don't even know about in their car. So it's not a matter of wanting everything they have. What you probably, the best practice you should have is if you see somebody who's really just kicking butt, is to take your magnifying glass and examine what they're doing, not what they have. Look closely at what they're doing. What action steps are they taking? Ask them. Ask them. That's the biggest magnifying glass out there. Ask somebody who's successful in what you want to be or what you want to do, what your goal is, what they did, and not just one person. Find a couple mentors. Use your magnifying glass most effectively. Hold it close to you. Get close to what you want to see. Get close to what you want to learn. Examine it in detail. And that's where I wanted to go today because I just know that a lot of us have these really long arms when it comes to our goals. We're scared of them. We're scared of failure. We're scared of not achieving our goal. But here's the thing. Many, many, many businessmen, I don't think there's a businessman out there, truthfully, I'm not kidding you. And McDonald's was a failure until Sam Kroc came along. Okay? McDonald's was a one-show pony that wasn't really doing much. Ray Kroc came along and said, you guys, man, you make good burgers. We should do something with this. They had no idea. McDonald's was the name of the company, but Sam Kroc was the driving force behind it. He took a magnifying glass to that company and said, this company has potential. All of these things are what will drive you further down your road to success. And we all of us, every one of you people that will see this video has potential for greatness, and you might not even know it yet because you're scared. You've been told you're not. Oh, if I could count how many times I was told, no, you're not ready. You're not this. You're not that. That was their opinion, not mine. So do yourself a favor, guys. Go get a magnifying glass. You don't have to buy one. It's a dollar store, by the way. And start magnifying what you want, who you think can help you get there, and what action steps to take. Because the closer you get to all of those things, the more realistic your goals will be and the more clear they'll be for you in your life. That's what I wanted to share today. I like to keep these right around 10 minutes. So, all right, guys, have a great day. Set big goals. Look at them closely. Go for it. See yous.